that we must ensure, one, that we are able to work together as a country to work towards economic recovery. And I've seen things in the recent past, Honorable Speaker, relating to the economic recovery, and I see a belated attempt, again, by people who served in the other regime, now pointing fingers at each other. And I've seen one former cabinet secretary even purporting that the president has opened hospitals that are still under construction. And I wondered, how confused can people be? That you are even purporting that the president has opened a defense hospital, which I see every day as I drive to Kikuyu on Waiyaki Way, still under construction. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, if we are to talk about the political dimension, we must, as member states of ACP EU, be able to encourage each other to believe in democracy. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, when we were going through the motion on order number 9, and I was hoping my colleagues would be here, because when we change our standing orders, as we have just done, Honorable Speaker, to allow members of parliament to ask questions to cabinet secretaries, is because we want to pursue the objectives of this Cotonou Agreement, that we will have governments that are accountable to the people, that we have governments that will allow democracy to thrive and allow even members of a minority to ask questions and hold government to account. And you have a government that we have said that is not afraid to be held to account. Unlike the handshake regime, Honorable Jared Okello, that would not bear questions, leave alone being held to account. This is a government that is telling you, you have the freedom to demonstrate, so long as you do so peacefully. And from your ranting out there, I hope you mean what you say, that it is peaceful picketing. Nobody has a problem in this country if you even come and picket outside Parliament. So long as you don't block the gates, don't stop me from coming to do my work, or stop Jared Okello from coming to do his work. If you want to picket outside the National Treasury, go and picket quietly. Probably the National Treasury will even be kind enough to offer you bottles of water or sodas during this very dry season. But please do whatever you want to do peacefully, but allow the people of Kenya to move on, so that the people of Kenya want to integrate and become part of that global economy, as this report is telling us, as signatories of the Cotonou Agreement. Therefore, if we have to pursue the objective of the Cotonou Agreement, if we have to be respectable member states of all these organizations, not just ACP EU, all the other member state organizations that we are members, even the AU and the UN, if we have to be respected, we must be a country first that respects itself, a country that respects the democracy that we speak about, because it is one thing to speak about democracy and another thing to practice democracy. Therefore, when we lose elections, just like those who lost in Kikuyu constituency, or those who lost to the Honorable Jared Okello in Nyando, conceded and are moving on with life. Even those who run for president in this country must learn, like the Honorable Waihiga Mwaure and others who ran for presidents in 2022, conceded that they had lost the election fairly. Those who never conceded went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court made its determination, and they were okay with it for 6 months, until a time came and people were told to pay taxes, and they thought they can intimidate government with demonstrations and the other cheap threats that we have seen this afternoon. And I want to encourage them, even as I second this motion, Honorable Speaker, to remain faithful to all these treaties and agreements that we sign as a country, because we don't sign them as government. It is not this government that signed this Cotonou Agreement, it was previous governments. But we remain faithful to the objectives as was set out under the ACPU agreement.